Coach, can you talk about Shep? You know, you've only had him for 2 years. Can you just talk about what he's brought to the locker room with the team and how he potentially closed out his career?
Yeah, good teammate, has a lot of energy. He's been here for a bit. This is the only team he's played for. This is an important organization to him. But I'd just say as a really good person, a good father, I've got a lot of respect for Shep. And, towards the end there, we're trying to get him, bumped up there, gave him a look pass. And I told him a younger Shep might have made that guy miss and run in. So, but it was good.
Daves, how important is, I know obviously the final record's not where you want it, but how important is it for the big picture? Finishing strong, getting a win against the Eagles at the end, for everything that you're looking to establish.
Yeah, I mean, one year is so different than the next. I'm just going to enjoy this one here. I mean, we were 3-3 in the division. I thought we got off to a really good start in the first half, played physical game, made some explosive plays, played complimentary football. So, I'm just happy for the guys right now. There's a long time between now and the next season, as you all know. So just enjoy this one and, proud of the way the guys competed and fought and ultimately made more plays.
Right, in that vein, can you speak, obviously, a lot of decisions to be made in the offseason, Saquon being one of them. Can you speak to his day-to-day and if this was potentially his last go-round?
Yeah, there's so much time between now and next season. It'd be all speculation.
But his night tonight,
made a nice play down the sideline. I thought Ty found him. Nice play call, kind of motioned him out and empty, ran a rail route, did a nice job on a check down. Got him involved in the red zone, made some nice plays. So it was good.
You talk about, I know you try not to have regrets. You play the players that are healthy and out there, but do you ever have a moment to say what the season could have been if Tyrod didn't get hurt in that Jet game and didn't miss the time he had?
No, just play the guys that are ready to go. Look, we had some close ones. Didn't end the way we wanted to end, but very proud of the guys, the way they competed, particularly this last whole stretch of the way they competed. I was really proud of them.
Talk about Tyrod's performance today.
Yeah, I mean, last week I think he started 58 games. Last week was his second 300-yard game in his career. Did he get one tonight?
We are sure.
Okay, so he had one last week. I thought he did some good stuff this week. True pro.
Waller got banged up a little bit.
Yeah, a lot of guys got banged up throughout the game.
And he came back in.
Yeah.
Sometimes a veteran doesn't come back into a game like that. You know what I mean? Does that say
Give me an
something?
example.
I mean, just in general, sometimes guys, they choose not to play at the end. If even you're not playing in the playoffs or anything. The fact that he did, is that what you want to see? As a culture around this team?
Yeah. I mean, I don't have a lot of experiences with that in 25 years, but I mean, I'm sure there's some. But, we're pros, so you go out there and compete and do everything you can do to try to win a game.
Bobby Okereke had that leap on the push out there. Is that something that his coach talked about? Because Carl Banks earlier in the week had talked about what he would have done.
I think he thought he moved the ball a little bit, so took a chance on it.
Coach, can you talk a little bit about Wandale and the way he's ended the season?
Yeah, he's finally getting healthy. I mean, really healthy. So he's got quickness, speed, good with the ball in his hands. I've said that plenty of times. I know early in the season, maybe not as productive, but I think that was a result of him fighting through and his knee. And that's a tough thing to do when you're a skilled player that relies on quickness and speed and explosiveness. And I'm sure happy we have him. I think he's going to be a good player for us. He's a great teammate. Glad we got him.
When you look across at the other sideline, you see the Eagles, and you see all the talent they have, you kind of scratching your head going, why are they struggling so much down the stretch?
Yeah, I'm just focused on the Giants. So thought our guys competed, practiced well. I mean, they've done that all this whole back half here. It's good to end off on a win.
Coach, can you talk about the job the coordinators did today? I mean, it looked like they emptied the playbook, basically.
Yeah, I mean, they try to do that every week. It's what you try to do. Put your guys in good position, go out there and compete to try to win a game.
Davis, you had to shift around the offensive line today.
One more time, sorry.
Excuse me, you had to shift around the offensive line today with Schmitz being out.
Yeah.
Talk about, those guys that had to come in today, obviously.
Yeah.
center? How do those guys?
Yeah, I mean, we've done that, throughout the week. Worked a couple guys out this morning. They couldn't go, so credit to those guys of being able to play multiple spots. But we, do it through walk-through, some of practice. That's why you kind of move guys around a little bit. So, Glow was a tight end for us, and now he's in guard, and Bredesen, Parrott came back and played right tackle. So, thought they competed well.
4 turnovers, 5 sacks. How'd you feel about the defensive performance today?
Yeah, I'd say just the team performance was good. There was some good team football in there. I got off to a fast start. Just thought it was good team football.
Brian, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about your players.
Yeah.
How important is it, or is it important for them to end this season psychologically on a high moving forward?
Yeah, I think it's anytime you win, it's a good thing. And this is obviously our last game of the year. I certainly would like to be playing still. But, again, their attitudes, the way they handle their business day in and day out in our building, I'm really proud of the guys. That's a happy locker room, as it should be.
Coach, what's the next couple of days going to be like at the end of the season without having to prepare for a playoff?
Yeah, a lot of meetings.
So it looked like you had fun today.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Anytime you win in this league, it's a challenge. Proud of the way the guys went out and played today, competed at a high level, and we enjoyed the moment.
Did you think you made a statement the last 2 games? You threw for 319 last week, 296 this week. I mean, you can be a starter, right?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely have all the faith and confidence in myself that I could play as a starter in this league. But yeah, I don't always control that as well, and I think it's just about staying ready, being ready for the moment, and taking advantage of the opportunity when it presents itself. And today, as a team, we were able to do so and finish the season ultimately on a good note.
I mean, you threw some great balls.
Thank you.
There was a great touch on the one to Saquon and who was it? Hyatt?
Wall.
Wall, right.
Yep. Yeah, just about, I think we talked about it last week, just trusting the guys one-on-one, down the field, giving them a chance to make a play. Have ultimate confidence in those guys. They compete at a high level week in and week out. And when you give guys a chance to make a play, they show what they can do.
What did you think of ending the season? Was a win important today?
For sure. A win is always important. Anytime they keep in score, a win is important. But to finish the season on a good note, obviously you have no idea what the team looks like next year. And that's not up to us. All we can control is this very moment. And we talk each and every week about finishing strong. And you take that in today's aspect is, finish the season strong, finish each play strong. And ultimately we was able to do that against a division opponent and better our division record from last year. It's always positive to take away. Ultimately it wasn't the season that we wanted to have. But to end it on a good note against a division opponent feels very good.
One of the things that everybody was talking about was seeing Shep, who probably will be his final game as a Giant. What did it mean to you to get him 3 throws, break Shockeys, move past Shockey?
Yeah, it means everything. Shep, obviously last year dealt with some injuries, but he never let that get in the way of who he was as a person. Each and every day he came in the building, created energy for the guys in the midst of him dealing with trying to bounce back from an injury. And even this year, maybe not having the biggest role that he may have wanted, but still supporting the guys, supporting the younger guys in the wide receiver room, and still being the energy, the heartbeat for our team. We knew how many catches he needed going into this game and tried to get him a catch there right before half, but we was able to get him a couple in the second half to be able to move him into that top 5. So Shep is a good friend of mine. I'm proud of him, proud of the career that he's had here, and the legacy that he's going to leave, and glad to be a part of it as well.
Shep, we talked during the week about this potentially being your last game. So from the time you got introduced to the time the game was over and the crowd was giving you an ovation, what kind of emotions went through your mind today?
Really just trying to take it all in. Like I told you guys earlier in the week, I knew that this was probably going to be my last time being in this jersey. I just wanted to take it all in with my brothers and enjoy every moment of it. And that's exactly what I did.
You said you had wanted to get into the top 5 of the Giants receiving category. You did pass Jeremy Shockey and get into that 5th spot. How much did it mean to you?
Yeah, it meant a lot. I grew up watching that guy, and it was a special deal being able to get it. It wasn't easy, but my career hasn't been easy, so I didn't expect it to be any other way. It was a great feeling.
Saquon said you epitomize being a Giant. What does that mean to you? Define that if you can for me.
Yeah, it means so much. I mean, because that is the reason why I play this game, for those guys. You know what I mean? That's what ex-players will always come back and tell you. They'll tell you that they miss the guys and being around and the camaraderie. And, for guys to be able to compliment me that way is something that's what I strive for. So it means a lot to me.
Final thought, what does it mean the last couple of years as we've come back from injuries to make it back onto this roster? And, of course, Coach Brian Daboll and his staff really showed you a lot of love and a lot of respect these last couple of seasons.
Yeah, I'm just very appreciative of the opportunities that they gave me because they didn't really have to do that. And, they believed in me. And, I tried to put my best foot forward every day, trying to fight back from those injuries. And thank God I was able to do that. And thank God we have the coaching staff that we have and the ownership that we have. I'm very appreciative of those guys.
How sweet to go out beating the Eagles.
That was what I was going to get to. I mean, that's a team that we've been struggling with the past couple of years, and I'm just happy that we were able to end the season on a high note, and especially my last time being in blue, being able to get those guys. It's probably I don't like those guys. You know what I mean? Probably the worst team in the division. Yeah. So it was good. It was good to get those guys at the end.
What do you want Giant fans to remember you?
Really for, what I brought to the team. Whether I was hurt or out there on the field, I always gave it my all. I always rooted my teammates on. I tried to be a selfless guy. You know what I mean? I try to give everybody energy, whatever it is, just trying to be a team guy. And that's the legacy I want to leave.
Shep, would you view
Thanks,
yourself?
Thank
Shep, would you view yourself as an example of perseverance to younger guys, even kids coming in?
I guess so. I mean, I've had my fair share of injuries, but I wanted to walk off that field on my own 2 feet, and that's something that was very important to me, and that's something that was playing through my mind the whole time I was going through those injuries. Because honestly, after my knee, I thought it was going to be over. But I quickly got out of that slump and, just tried to be as mentally tough as I could and, started seeing brighter days. So, that's something that I wanted to accomplish was walking off the field on my own 2 feet. I know I didn't play that much this year, but, still got it done.
What was it like going through the tunnel? You said you were looking forward to it.
Yeah.
What was that like?
Man, the feeling that everybody loves. I mean, if you ask any guy, they'll tell you that feeling is like no other. And it wasn't anything short of that today. It was even more exciting today. So it was my first time being able to go out last. But yeah, it was a great feeling.
What did you think about the love from the crowd today?
Yeah, it was good. It was good, man. I'm so happy that I was able to, go out there and go play in front of these fans. They've rode with me through ups and downs, and I'm very appreciative of them as well. I wouldn't be able to be here without them. So.
There's a picture of you and Victor Cruz before the game online. What did it mean to have him here for today?
Yeah, man, he came up to me and said he wouldn't miss it for the world, and that means so much to me. I remember walking in as a rookie and seeing he and Odell at the end of the hallway and them greeting me, and I was just like, dang, how fast time flies, man, because, it seems like it was just yesterday, me seeing those guys, and it was very special to have him there, as well as Big Tuck.
When do you think you'll sit down and decide, is this it, or do I want to try to hook on with another team, or whatever?
Yeah, I mean, I got to discuss it with my family and, my brothers around me. I don't really know. I'm not really going to put a timeline on that.
I'm sorry if you said this already, but Coach said that he thought the younger Shepard was going to touchdown on that sideline. What do you think of that?
Really, it comes back down to the fundamentals, man. I should have just switched the ball and used my stiff arm, but it is what it is. We got the job done. We won the game, so tell him that.
Shep, what does it mean to you? Your teammates have spoken so highly of you. They love you. The organization loves you. What does that mean to you?
And I love them. I mean, like I've told you before, this is the reason why I play the game. It's for those relationships and for my brothers that I grind every day with. I mean, a lot of times you're spending more time with them than you are your family. So, you know, to have them speak of you at like that is a great feeling.
Jeff, along those lines, what did Saquon say to you? It looked like he pulled you in right at the end as the
Yeah, that's my brother. Like, blood couldn't make us any closer, and he just told me he loved me, and same thing back. I mean, that's my boy. We always gonna be locked in for life. So, you know.
How would you sum up this season for you?
Obviously, I wish it would have went better for the team. You know, but like I said earlier in the week, not everybody can have that Michael Strahan story where they walking off with the confetti and everything flying. You know, so you know, I'm very pleased with the way my career has ended here. I mean, there's been ups and downs, but that's life, and I've enjoyed every single moment of it. I can say that. I can look back and say that.
Jeff, if this is a repeat, I apologize. I wasn't here for all of it. What does it mean for you and Saquon to have a bond that is going to go beyond, you know, this and years to come?
Oh man, it means the world to me. I mean, that's my boy. We've been locked in since he's got here, and it was just natural, man. It's yeah, it's a great feeling. I mean, that's my boy.
Do you think it made you guys closer because you both did overcome and have to overcome adversity time and again?
I think, yeah. I think that had a part to play in it. But also, I mean, whenever he came in, we were both new dads. And that was kind of the thing that really drew us close to each other. And our kids are the best of friends. So, you know, naturally, just them wanting to be around each other, we're around each other nonstop. So, yeah, that's just kind of how that bond formed.
So you're not saying goodbye to him, obviously, because he's going to be in your life forever?
Forever.
Forever. Both of them get to be together today in the stands.
No, you know what? My kids, they go to the playroom. You know, they go to the playroom throughout the game. Yeah, they don't ever go sit into the stands. Sometimes they'll go sit in the stands, but then they're ready to go play with stuff. So, yeah.
If you decide to not play anymore, is coaching one of the things that you'll think about?
You know, luckily I have a lot of opportunities. You know what I mean? I'm blessed in that way. So, I think that is an option and something that I'm not closed off to. But yeah, I'm so blessed because, you know, a lot of times guys may not know where they're going to go next, and I have a lot of things that I can choose to do, and very blessed in that way, like I said. I ain't doing college because you got to deal with all the NIL stuff and all the you got to deal with recruiting everywhere. But I'd probably go with the league. That's what I've been told is the best route.
Saquon, how meaningful was it to beat the Eagles in such handedly fashion as you did, being that they've had this team's number for so long?
Yeah, I mean, definitely, you know, it's a bonus when you're able to beat a division rival. But at the end of the day, it's just important to finish the season how we wanted to. You know, we didn't have the season we want, but we were able to control this last game and how we go out, and we all made up in our mind that we want to go out on top with a win, and we were able to get that.
Saquon, did you feel?
Do you think this is your last game?
I have no idea.
Saquon, if it is your last game, how does a performance like this cement your legacy with this franchise?
I don't know. I feel like that's something that you reflect on when it's all said and done. Like I said over there in an interview with the TV, so I can't control that. If it is my last game playing here, but if it was a fun 6 years. Made a lot of great memories, but it's not like the last time I'm ever playing football. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I can't control that, so I'm not letting my emotions. If I knew that it would be my last game, I'd probably feel a little different. But like I said, I have no idea.
Did you feel at all different?
Did you think about it when you walked up the field? No.
Saquon, what was it like to be out there with Shep and him contributing?
Yeah, that was fun. Happy to see him, end up top 5. Obviously, statistically, in his career is probably not what he thought it was going to be, but he battled a lot of adversity throughout his career. But he epitomizes what it means to be a Giant, and that's why you see him get, the love that he gets from the fans, from us, every single day. The energy he brings in, no matter if we lose, win, I got nothing but tremendous respect for that guy, and I think I can speak for the whole locker room that we all feel the same way. So just happy for him, and it definitely helps a bonus to get a win against the Eagles.
You had your arm wrapped around him as time expired or close to them. What did you say to him?
I mean, that's my brother, man. It's deeper than football with me and him. Like I said, he's kind of like a big brother to me. We got a lot in common. Our kids are best friends. And, if this is the last time playing football, that's my last time playing football with him. So I think I would think about that more, going back to your question, what I thought about leaving the fields. More emotional probably because that's the last time I'm probably going to strap it up with Sterling Shepard, which is fun time.